Okay, we are here at Twin Span Brewing, and this is Adam, the head brewer and owner of the brewery here. So Adam, hey, how are you?
Doing great.
Are you ready to do this?
Sure. Yeah.
We've got 20 questions for you.
Yeah, I love to talk about beer. I do it pretty much every day, so fire away.
So how did you get started in this industry?
In the hobby, it was about 16 plus years ago, homebrewing, and then 4 or 5 years ago, some coworkers of mine kept pitching the idea of, hey, do you ever want to open a brewery? And I said no, but eventually they convinced me to open this place with them.
So Twin Span, can you talk about the theme and the idea behind the name?
Yeah, we're named after the bridge. Our tap rail is built to resemble the new basket handle bridge across the Mississippi on 74. Originally, our early on plans had us located much closer to the bridge. So it makes less sense now that we've moved over. We're closer to the 80 bridge now than to the 74 bridge. But that's the theme. Just we want to tie into something local, something that everybody is aware of, and something many of us have to interact with on a daily basis. We extended that to here, where we're kind of a mix of industrial, rustic, kind of there's a lot of stone, wood, exposed steel. We wanted to all kind of lean into that architecture, kind of intricate vibe.
So we love the representation of I-74, huge milestone around here. And I can't help but notice over here, you've got quite a few beers on tap. Can you tell us what you've got?
Yeah, so I keep the tap rail full most of the time. We do have one guest cider. We always have a seltzer that we make in-house on tap as well. Otherwise, I do a lot of styles that you can't find elsewhere. We have a Czech amber lager that does really well. And actually I do a lot of lagers. I love lagers. We've got Juan Solo, which is a modeled after a tepache, a Mexican cocktail. We've got we of course have a hazy IPA, 80 East, and we have a crisp, clean West Coast called 80 West, since we're so close to the interstate. We lean into that. But yeah, I won't read them all off, but we have quite a selection up there.
It's an impressive list, and I want to know about that zip code beer right over there.
Yeah, Gilbert. So Gilbert is what Bettendorf used to be called. And when we were asked by the city of Bettendorf to brew a beer for their zip code day on May 27th, that was pretty much the first thing we Googled and found was the town used to be called Gilbert, so I went with it. And then it's just by happenstance that there's quite a few wine grapes in it. So I wasn't making a reference to the Gilbert Grape movie. It was just
Coincidence.
Coincidence, yeah, happy coincidence. And it's a beer wine fusion. Like I fermented wine grapes in the fermenter alongside barley. So it's a really nice, interesting patio beer for sure.
So favorite beer on this list?
Oh, that's a tough one. It's like saying your favorite child. But yeah, I guess.
Everyone's got a favorite.
Yeah, Liffey Light is my go-to if I'm just hanging out up here. That's one of our flagships. It's a pre-prohibition Pilsner. And again, it's unique. It's pre-prohibition. It's got corn. It's got some old heritage barleys in it, and it's a lager, so tough to go wrong with that.
Favorite beer not on this list?
Oh, that's a good question. Favorite beer that we don't have right now? Our Quad City Quad was really nice. Big, dark Belgian beer. That's kind of the wrong time of year for that. One I've been thinking about a lot lately that I want to bring back, I had one called Red Redemption, and it was a red IPA with rye, and I want to do something exactly like it or very similar here soon.
What is the craziest beer concoction you've ever come up with?
I mean, I'm fermenting wine grapes, which is already pretty strange. Juan Solo's pretty crazy. It's got jalapeno and pineapples. The first year I made Juan Solo, it was actually very very traditional, where you take the pineapple rinds and you ferment them wild. You just let them sit there and ferment with the yeast that's naturally occurring in the air. And I learned that it turned out fine, but I didn't want to keep doing that in fear of our whole brewery turning into a sour, wild brewery.
Understandable. So QC Craft Beer Week is coming up next week, and you guys are being featured on Wednesday with our other lovely Bettendorf breweries. Anything people should know about coming in here and the vibe and what they'll experience when they visit?
Yeah, we're gonna have some discounts. I'm not sure what they are that day, but be sure you come in. And I know they're tied to wearing our swag. So if you don't already have one of our shirts, which I'm not even wearing right now, but go and pick one up, because you're gonna get some good discounts if you wear the shirt. But yeah, in terms of vibe, hopefully the weather's continues being beautiful, because our patios it's awesome. And be sure you get some food, because we are somewhat unique. I know you already talked to Charlie, but it's a place that is making just killer food at the same time we're making these beers. There's a lot of overlap between the kitchen and the brew house.
So you do a lot of collaborations with local businesses. Can you talk about the beer that you brew for Delua?
Yeah, so I visited them, the owners there, and they made me a beer cocktail using a Mexican lager and tequila and lime juice, and they wanted that in beer form. So I can't legally add tequila to my beers, but I can ferment agave, so I fermented agave nectar, which is used to make tequila. I based the base recipe on a bigger Mexican lager, so it's 7% alcohol roughly, and then a bunch of lime juice. And so it's a beer that's pretty sneaky, pretty dangerous on its own, but it takes to adding tequila very well. So if your bartender wants to add tequila, they can go ahead. And it's been a fun relationship. We want to continue making that beer, and there's even potential for a different version of that in the future that the owners have talked to me about. So it's really exciting.
Sounds excellent. And you guys have a beer that you collaborated with Blue Cat on. Mm-hmm. What is that one?
We don't have a name yet. We were thinking Twin Span.
Cute, I love it.
It's cute. But the beer's not even done yet. And Charlie and I last week were already talking about, hey, what do you want to do next? So it could be that this thing turns into a series. But our first one, we found a craft maltster. So there's craft breweries. There's also craft places that make their own grain and specialty malt. And they had an old school English barley that we both really liked. So we decided, let's feature that. Let's make our beer inspired by like the late 19th century British bitters. So it's going to be low alcohol, but very flavorful, very bitter, and we're oak aging it. So it's been a few months that it's been sitting on oak. So that'll be one here at least. We'll put on nitro and get that really traditional old school British kind of thing going with it.
What's the best part of being a brewer?
Can't argue with the fact that you're making something that tastes good and makes you feel good, I guess. But that's the real answer. But on top of that, it's the doing that with others and doing it in a way that connects with people. And it's hard to be mad over a locally crafted beer, especially if you're coming with friends. So
Amen.
there we go.
What's the best day to come visit Twin Span?
Best day to come visit? I know Juan, who's just off camera, would say Tuesday. Or every day.
Every
Same
day.
with your tacos. So Tuesdays, Juan comes up with a new taco every
Juan,
week.
can we hear about your tacos?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, every Tuesday we do a future taco and we make something different. So we come out with some traditional, or we go something kind of crazy sometimes. So, but every Tuesday we post it on Monday and we feature it for Tuesday. Something that goes with the Taco Tuesday, and then on Thursday we got live music from 5:30 to 8:30. It's right now.
Craziest taco you've ever made?
Oh my goodness. Millennial taco. Yeah, the Millennium taco. That was Takis and buffalo mozzarella, which a lot of people think that it's spicy. No, which it means is made with buffalo milk instead of the regular cow milk. So that's what it has a flavor on it. So we do that melted cheese, sizzle in tortilla, steak, or carne asada, marinated on our leafy light or lager, and then lime, chorizo, and avocado salsa, the takis on top of that.
You're making me hungry. So everybody come check the tacos out, Taco Tuesday. What's the best beer taco combo you guys have?
The campechanos.
The campechanos are my favorite.
Campechanos are probably
plus
like,
any beer.
yeah, I mean, those or the fish taco with leafy light. But we do a lot of the beer goes into the menu. So like we use the 80s for the beer cheese sauce for the pretzels. Or chicken and waffles are actually not syrup out of the can. We reduce or salt, and then we add agave nectar and canela. So that or beer is the syrup for the chicken and waffles, the Nashville chicken and waffles, and we make on chipotle cinnamon butter. So
Again, this is delicious. Okay, how did the Juan Solo get its name?
we were drunk. No, we were talking. What, a year ago now? More than a year ago.
Yeah, you. I was complaining about how hard it is to come up with names. And
Yeah.
Juan goes, why would you name the beer after me then?
Yeah.
I think he thought I was
Joking,
but no.
And he's like, I'm gonna make the beer then. And then I say, well, so we go back and forth with names, and then we say, we're calling, like we talk about it, like Cinco de Mayo will be a good release. I was like, well, let's call it Juan Solo. And they're like, no, people's gonna get it. I was like, who cares? It's my name, call it Juan Solo. So he come out with that, and the emoji on the shirt is actually from my Snapchat and all that. It was so crazy. It all come out really well.
Yeah, and it comes out on May the 4th.
Perfect.
So a day
May the
before
4th.
Cinco, and
It's,
also Star Wars Day.
Yeah. Yes.
Collaboration with in the kitchen we do fresh pineapple, we did roasted pineapple jalapenos, and then he did his magic up there. I don't know what else he added to it, but it was really good.
It came out superb.
Really good. So there you go. Lots of love. But yeah, like I said, a lot of stuff.
So here's one for both of you. Best part of working at Twin Span.
The tacos.
Everything, I think. The fun. Try to. It's been a little, hard. Rough. We open, and then a few weeks, maybe a month later, it was like, okay, shut down because of the COVID. A new experience, totally completely new challenge, new adaptations to the new rules and all that. So it's been interesting. So try to keep up with that, make it fun, and come up with a menu every time fun.
Yeah, and that's your point there. We have honest, full creative control in the kitchen. We have full creative control in the brew house. So we are not constraining ourselves to what we want to make and what we want to pair together.
Yes. Look at this.
Do you have something to add? We have another. Hello.
That's the Juan Solo.
Yep, there's the Juan Solo merch.
Yeah. So saving the world, beer. Why are you so red?
Saving the world one beer at a time.
Perfect. And you got all your merch over here on the wall? So when you come in, check that out. What's your favorite piece of merch you guys have?
Oh, the Han Solo shirt, probably. I had a hat at one point, and we don't even sell that hat anymore, but it's...
So lucky you got one.
No, it vanished at some point.
Yeah.
Fell into a brew kettle or something.
So related to what he said, we make these beer menus. So he give me 5 beers, and we sit down and pair it. And that's one of the also fun parts we here. So we create a menu based on those beers. It's completely different than our menu that we have. So we go like high-end quality
Yeah, that's our
ingredients.
beer dinner pairing. So we were early on doing it just about every month, and now it's less frequent. But we want to get back to more regular.
Yeah, as soon
And
as
it's
we
a
get
night
more
we're normally
staff,
closed.
more help and their team and all that has been a little difficult too. So, but yeah, we do that one. It's a private event. We sold many tickets, and that's it. So you can get in, you can get in. If you miss it, then you lost. Because it's 5 courses, 5 beers, a tour to the brew house, super fun.
And this is when?
We're overdue for doing another one, but yeah, well, we let it. We announce it out on social media at least a month before the event happens. We sell tickets, and then Juan and I sit down and we brainstorm what special food and beer.
So we pair it with the beer and come out with it. So we have to make something really unique on those kind of dishes and all that. We got our anniversary coming up. Second anniversary. We made it. We made it. We got some good things coming. We might do some smoked meats, or we don't know. Well,
The sky's the limit here at
yeah,
Twin
we don't know
Span
what
Brewing.
We'll post it today or tomorrow to keep an eye on that, and it's gonna be fun. We got a beer release on that one.
Yeah, we've got this ridiculous, like 13% alcohol beer that has way more hops than I've ever added in a beer, and didn't even look at cost. It's just, hey, how can we just go big and bold
this
for
is
our
our-
anniversary?
Get yourself an Uber or a friend, right?
Right?
This is what we're talking. That's our pretzel. Very popular. One of the best in the Quad Cities, what people say.
Yes.
And it comes with a beer cheese sauce. And this is our campechano tacos, which is the steak, chorizo, homemade avocado salsa, fresh, and then just the lime. You just squish it and go from there.
Said someone just ordered that, so their food is going to be internet.
No.
Famous. Famous food. And I can't help but notice the stoneware here. What cool platters you serve this stuff.
Yeah, so we serve the stone platters are for the pretzel and or chishito peppers and some stuff. And sometimes when they get mad, they throw that at me, but not really.
I'm feeling the love here at Twin
We
Span.
use boye mustard, local. We try to support a lot of local. So our bread comes from Easter Bakery up in Elbridge, and boye is Rock Island. Everybody knows what it is. So
Yeah, and coffee from just a couple
Yeah,
buildings
coffee.
down when I brew with coffee back here.
yeah, we drink a lot of coffee.
Got to. With the brewing schedule and you're up 24/7, right? To get everything right, I imagine coffee is your best friend sometimes.
Coffee is my best friend in the mornings, for sure. Yeah, I had to get some coffee early, and then beer. I mean, no, we just to try it, make
Right.
sure, Mr. Shirt.
Right, you're doing everybody a favor. You gotta make sure it tastes
Yeah,
okay first.
yeah.
So one last thing for each of you. I'm gonna have you fill in the blank here. QC, that's where.
Magic happens, I guess.
Yeah, it's we have such a huge number of breweries for the size of our population, and there's more on the way, and it seems like that's not slowing down. And rising foodie scene. So yeah, Quad City is just a place to eat really good food and drink beer, really good food and get fat. I don't know.
Oh my God, hang on.
Adam, Juan, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
And we'll shut this down. I'll show you guys. Take a look at your screen right now. You see the map for QC Craft Beer Week coming up next week. Twin Span is right there in the upper right, and you can explore all these awesome breweries all week long. Thank you so much again, Juan and Adam, and we look